This is Pre-Algebra, Lesson 11-4, Point Slope Form. I don't like point slope form. I don't see a whole lot of use for it. Somebody must, but it's not that hard. It says the point slope of an equation of a line with the slope m passes through a point x sub 1, y sub 1, and the formula for that is this. You need to go ahead and put this in your notes. Y minus y sub 1 equals m open parentheses x minus x sub 1 close parentheses. So the point on a line is x sub 1, y sub 1, and point slope form, all you have to do is plug in these three things. Plug in the slope and the two parts of this ordered pair. So the problem says, use the point slope form of each equation to identify a point the line passes through and the slope of the line. So remember back to slope-intercept form, you could pull out the slope and the y-intercept. Here you can pull out a point on the line and the slope. So there's the point slope form, and you can see that this equation is indeed in point slope form. Everything kind of matches up nicely. You got to see how everything's lined right up, okay? So it's in that form. So it should be very easy to pull out the point on the line and the slope. The slope is found right here, and there it is. So the slope is 3. And then y sub 1 is found right here. There it is. And x sub 1 is found right there. There it is. So one common mistake is mixing up the x and the y. You see how they're on opposite sides there. So make sure you get your x and your y in the right place. And also you have to take note that the minus, it's part of the form. So if it's y minus 7, it's going to be positive 7 here. If it's x minus 4, it's going to be positive 4 right there. Okay, so here's another one. Y minus 1 equals 1/3 open parentheses x plus 6 close parentheses. There's the point slope form, and indeed our equation matches up with that. There it is again. So now we just have to pull the things out of it. Okay, so the slope, here's the slope spot. Here's what our equation says. So there's our slope. Now, as for finding the point, notice that we've got plus here, and they rewrote that as minus negative 6 because it is the opposite, because minus is part of the form here. See, those are different. So we need the opposite of 6, which is negative 6. So our x sub 1 is negative 6, and our y sub 1 is positive 1. Okay, so the minus is part of the form. Okay, you go ahead and pull out the slope and the point from the equation. Y minus 5 equals 2, open parentheses, x minus 2, close parentheses. Should be pretty quick. And the slope is in this spot, so the slope is 2. And then the ordered pair is 2, 5. So make sure you get your y over here and your x here, and the minus is part of the form. Okay, let's go ahead and try this one. Y minus 2 equals 2/3 times the quantity x plus 3. The slope should be very easy to spot. And then the point on the line. Notice it's plus 3, so we need the opposite of that. It's going to be negative 3. And here the minus is there, so we just pull the 2 out. That's pretty much all there is to it. So previously you learned how to pull the slope and a point on the line out of the equation, and now you're going to need to write the equation when they give you the slope and a point on the line. So you need to know that form, which is right there, and just plug those three things in. So it's going to be y minus y sub 1 is right here, negative 2 equals the slope is 4, x minus, and here's x sub 1, which is 5. And then let's go ahead and neaten this up a little bit. Y minus negative 2 is bad form, so that becomes y plus 2 equals 4 times the quantity x minus 5. Okay, you go ahead and try this one. Pause the video for a little bit. The line with a slope of negative 5 that passes through the point, negative 3, 7. Go ahead and write that in point slope form. Y minus y sub 1 is 7 equals m, which is negative 5, times x minus negative 3. And then we just need to neaten that up. And there's your answer. Here are some problems for you to try on your own. Pause the video and turn it back on when you're ready to see the answers.